Ooh, hello. Welcome back once again, ladies and gentlemen. We're back in the communication station. You already know what we up to. You know what I'm saying? So, obviously, I started the live a little bit preemptively, so I'm gonna just chill for a couple minutes, give everybody a chance to come in, because I know a lot of y'all gonna be coming from the IG side and all that stuff. So, give everybody a couple minutes to roll in. We gonna smoke up a little bit and just wait for everybody to come in for a second. So. We're going to do that, and then we'll get into our breakdown of what we actually talking about today. And welcome whoever just joined. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're going to take a couple minutes just to smoke and let everybody, get here. Then by the time everybody get here, we'll be ready to rock and roll. You know what I mean? We'll be ready to rock and roll. That was a strong hit. Very strong. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we ready now. We ain't gonna wait no much longer. We 2 minutes in and we got two people in here, so that's a perfect sign to let me know it's time to go ahead and start. So let me get a little bit more comfortable and unzip the jacket. But anyways, like I was saying, welcome back to the communication station. We're here once again with your host Schwetzel in this bitch, and today obviously we got another topic for you guys ready to break down. So title of the video is "When All Else Fails, You Still Have Your Character, Right? Or Do You?" So that's what we gonna want to talk about today. Because if you guys will refer back to my previous video that I have made called Spiritual Dependency, that is basically the essence of what we talking about today. So you can refer back to the spiritual dependency video to give you a broke down and more broader way of viewing the things that people gravitate towards, as far as certain characteristics and traits that they will start to develop, and certain characters that they will start to utilize as and develop certain traits off of it, or a moral code of conduct, a certain moral system for them to cling on to, as far as something that can be utilized as a tool. And at the end of the day, depending upon what character and what characteristics and traits you develop off of that, can actually start to become something like a image and status, something that you are known for. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, people will build their name up to be like a good name. You know what I'm saying? So AKA, you know what I'm saying? People, anytime they hear that name, they're like, okay, they correlate that to that person's character or that person's morality. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you hear about Schwetzel, yeah, he's a good dude. Or oh, you hear about this person, yeah, that's a good woman. That's a good man. He's a kind person. He's this, he's that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people will not only gravitate these certain things and utilize them as a tool, but a lot of people will start to identify themselves with these things. And somebody would damn near be willing to give up everything and sacrifice anything for their morality or their character at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And this is where, like, overall character and overall morality start to play into this, whenever we start to get into concepts as far as what overall character should be and overall morality should be, as far as beyond whatever it is that you create as a character, beyond whatever it is that you develop as a characteristic and trait, beyond whatever it is that you experience to create some type of sense of morality or some type of sense of right and wrong, and with how you handle things. You get what I'm saying? So that there's a very keen difference. Certain people will gravitate a lesser version of this stuff as far as just what society correlates as right and wrong, or what the people in the environment think is right and wrong and stuff like that, and start to develop their character off of that. Or even just to the point of, even if you're not taking an outside influence and this is truly just what you have developed as a sense of morality and right and wrong, or what you have truly developed as far as a character and develop your characteristics and traits on it, and now it's an expression that you can carry out and somebody can see your character just based on how you move. You know what I'm saying? That is all something that you created. You know what I'm saying? That is all something, like I said, even if you're not taking in influence or advice from anybody else, and these things are all of your making, you know what I mean? At a certain point, you got to understand certain shit is only made for a certain period of time. That character ain't gonna work forever. Even if you playing it out in the most high octave, the most high vibrational, whatever type of name and title you want to slap onto it, as far as what you might think is right and wrong at the moment, or more sufficient, or more, you know what I'm saying, more advanced, more this, more that. Whatever term and definition you want to put onto it doesn't really necessarily matter. The issue here lies within the inability to be able to detach from certain things. So somebody will develop a certain character and develop their characteristics and traits off of it, and certain experiences lead them to developing their sense of morality off of it. So now a person want to hold on to that character forever because they now see the support they get from it, or they now see how certain people start to react and respond to them differently based on this character or this morality or this set of virtues and principles they stand on, or this set of expressions that they have that people can now see in reality and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And there's not necessarily anything wrong with that, but utilizing it and trying to keep it alive as far as using it for an extended rate, or it being something that you just hold on to very tightly and shit like that and never want to let it go because you know that it's working for you at the moment, or it give you the desired result, it have the desired effect that you think that it needs to have at the moment, that's when it becomes an issue. Because now it's not going to be something that you're going to be so easy to let go. And this is the thing. That's why I titled the video in the manner that it is. You can be playing out these characters and these characteristics and traits and these virtues and principles in the completely right way. You can have a good sense of morality. You can have a good moral system. You can be doing all this shit in the right way. But eventually it's going to come to a tip where now you holding on to shit for so long. And not only that, just depending upon how strong you are as a spirit and how much you go against society and how much you are different and unique and something that people don't really have an example to look at as far as, damn, this is complete newness. I haven't seen anybody that's came before this person that show me that what they doing is working. You know what I'm saying? So regardless of all that, the issue lies within you holding on to it. And the problem is, like I said, the reason I constructed this video like this and the titling system that I put on it is because regardless of all that, you can be doing the right thing. You can be a truly objectively speaking from a group level as far as what the world sees as right and wrong and shit like that. You could be doing everything completely right. You could be acting on the right type of characters and developing the right type of characteristics and traits off of it based upon how the world moves. But your character can still get assassinated. You know what I'm saying? Based upon how everyone view celebrities and politics and people who are famous and shit like that, you see how everybody peep game from this like humiliation ritual type of shit that people be talking about when we start to get into like Illuminati and shit like that and what they do with their puppets and stuff like that. Regardless of if that's even a real concept or not, regardless of if the humiliation ritual is even a thing that happens, a lot of times it just be sarcasm towards natives and shit like that, but that's besides the point. If the humiliation ritual is actually even a thing, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter if it is or not. now on a lesser scale, on a smaller percentage level, just by them pushing that agenda of having y'all paying attention to something called a quote unquote humiliation ritual and how they assassinate people's character and shit like that, you will have people in your day-to-day life who will play out this ritual and spell on a smaller level, and they will start to utilize this witchcraft against the people who are in their environment who look just like them, but who might just be doing things in a little bit different type of way. You know what I'm saying? Or it might just be being a little bit more unique with it. Might be, you know what I'm saying? Even if this person is truly a good person, like, you know what you do at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you're into. You know if you are fucking off. You know if you're on some evil shit or not, regardless of how y'all want to look at the concept of good and evil, good and bad and shit like that. So on your own time, you already know what you're into. You already know what you be doing. You get what I'm saying? So like I said, a lot of people will want to lean on that character, you know what I'm saying, as far as how it's perceived outwardly and shit like that. But at the end of the day, your character can still get assassinated. You know what I'm saying? Like, your character can still get sacrificed to the point where, regardless if you playing this shit out in a high octave, high vibrational, whatever title you want to put onto it, regardless how you playing it out, you can still be in a situation where the people in your environment is not going to view you sufficiently, regardless. You know what I'm saying? That they're going to ignore your true character, and they'll do some shit like try to assassinate your character or play out some type of concept of the humiliation ritual on you. And now they will try to skew how other people in the environment view your character and what it is that makes up you. You get what I'm saying? So like, you damn near can't even, you would be wasting your breath to even explain to somebody, like, I'm not even really like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even really me. Like, this is actually my character. This is actually the shit. You know what I'm saying? That just, if you are in that type of concept of like begging people to see you for who you truly are and shit like that, and overly trying to explain yourself and shit like that, you're probably in the concept of what I'm talking about. You've been trying to lean on these virtues and principles and trying to lean on this concept of your character and your morality for too long, and you don't know how to detach from it. You don't know how to develop a new character if needed. You don't know how to leave that shit behind and let it die or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You would rather be in a situation where you think that, based on the morality system that you've developed off of it, now every time you view that character and the characteristics and traits that were birthed from it and what stems from it, and your morality system, you think that is the good thing and the right thing to be doing. You know what I'm saying? You will want to hold on to this shit forever, damn near, and let anybody play with this character and shit like that. Now you in desperation mode, trying to get back to that time frame whenever people was viewing that characteristic and trait in a more sufficient manner of how you desired it to be seen in the first place, because you developed your morality system off of it. So now you thinking this is right and shit like that. And regardless of if people was agreeing with it in the beginning and shit like that, you can still, you holding on to that for too long, you gonna be in a concept where now people is gonna just start making up random bullshit about you and stuff like that. You gonna be in a concept where nothing makes sense now, because you've been holding on to that for too long. So now nothing makes sense for you as far as how other people are perceiving you, because you still holding on to that old and outdated sense of morality, that old and outdated character that you had created, that them old and outdated tools that you got on your esoteric tool belt. And damn near the screwdriver is broken, damn near the fucking light bulb that you trying to screw in to have some sense of enlightenment within yourself, the fucking light bulb blown or some shit, or the glass is cracked, or the mirror cracked. You know what I'm saying? Allegorically speaking, you know what I mean? Just speaking on internal shit, you know what I mean? But that's how this shit be playing out. Like, y'all be thinking, shit, if everything else fails around me, I still got my character. Like, motherfuckers still know who I be. And I apologize, I got a fucking big ass shadow on my face. That cat I was telling y'all about is back. Last time in the video, he back trying to listen in on what I'm saying and shit like that. But you know what I mean? Aside from that though, that's how this shit really be playing out. So don't be leaning onto that old and outdated shit that you've been needing to let go of for a minute. screwdriver don't even work no more. The mirror don't even work no more. Like you can't even get no type of reflection from that, because you will start to realize. Yeah, and the mirror allegory is a perfect example of this, because you will start to realize the more you use that as some sense of water and feeling and cloak that you put over yourself. Once again, we speaking allegorically right now. We speaking metaphorically right now. The more you use that, the more you bathe in that water and look at the reflection upon the water, the less and less you're gonna see yourself in it. You get what I'm saying? The more and more it's gonna diminish, because you're meant to grow past those characters and those characteristics and traits and whatever tools and morality system that you developing off of it, whether that be an expression, whether that be a frequency or vibration that you're utilizing at the moment, whatever it may be, however you may take that. You get what I'm saying? At a certain point, you're going to be in a position where you're going to see your reflection less and less in that, all the way to the point where now even other people are going to start fucking with that and trying to make you being like some type of guilt trip concept and think less of yourself. Just it's due to you still holding on to that character that you developed a long time ago that you necessarily don't need no more. That's the reason why. That's the reason why it'll even manifest and come to that type of conclusion in the first place. It's because you're not letting go of the old dead shit. That's why you can't see your reflection into it anymore. That's why now when you look across that water and you try to see some type of reflection in it, you try to see yourself in it, you can't even see yourself in it no more. You get what I'm saying? That's why, like, you understand the concept of when you really on a growth journey, whenever as time passes on, you don't even recognize past versions of yourself no more. You get what I'm saying? Or you don't even remember what you was like in those type of times and shit like that. That's why. That's why, because you've grown past that shit and you were doing it the right way. When you don't remember that shit, you don't even, you know what I'm saying? You don't even recognize yourself from that time. You would damn near even be sitting back on your own time being like, damn, that wasn't even me or some shit. You know what I'm saying? The more and more you forget those type of times, that's the more and more to let you know that you've completely grown past that. That ain't even a tool. That ain't even an energy. That ain't even nothing you participate with at this point. So now you in a situation where you like, I don't even remember that shit. That's when you know you growing past shit. That's when you know you really on a growth journey. That's when you know that you're developing newness with the character. You get what I'm saying? That's when you know you've created the right type of tools to help you go forward and to help you boost yourself forward. You know what I'm saying? Instead of perpetuating and trying to create similar type of experiences just from the type of experiences you first started receiving when you started to develop this character and these characteristics and traits. Shout out Noble Starseed. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate the love in the chat. But yeah, that's how you gonna know. Like, so always be in a situation where it's something that you can see your reflection in. Always be in a situation. Obviously, I can't speak for everybody, but if you want to listen to me, you get what I'm saying, and you want to, you know what I'm saying? Always be in a situation where it's something that you can see yourself in. You get what I'm saying? Like always. It always need to be that type of situation. Anything that you can actually see yourself in is something that's good for you, and it's going to help entice your growth, because it needs to be something that you can recognize and something that not necessarily that you're comfortable with or familiar with. You know what I'm saying? But it needs to be something that is at least heading down the right type of area that you heading down. North Node baby, Pluto left my sign. Thank you for showing up on the feed. Yeah, Pluto was in Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn sun. Pluto's in Aquarius now. So yeah, shout out to you for being here. I got my North Node in Leo, so you already know what type of timing I'm on. You know what I mean? That's why I be up in here on the spotlight every day, every night that I can. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Pluto was in my sign for a long ass time, like 10, 15 years. Now it's slipped its ass into Aquarius. So now Pluto is easing its ass off of Capricorns and shit like that a little bit. We on the end tip of that energy, some of us Capricorns still had to experience a bit of that death and transformation that Pluto brings. suffering, you know what I'm saying, as it transitioned its way into Aquarius and shit like that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, Pluto's easing its way up off of us. You get what I'm saying? Pluto ain't so much on our ass no more. And we can be in situations now where it's correlated to newness. That death has done came. That all that shit, that change, that transformation has done came. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the 8th house. Shout out to Scorpio vibes and shit too. You know what I'm saying? But this is the type of shit we on. So now we can be in situations where Pluto has allowed the death and transformation to come. So now I can assassinate my own characters. You get what I'm saying? And that now I can kill my own type of old and outdated characters that don't necessarily correlate with me or where I'm headed now. You get what I'm saying? So now I can have a clear view to see where I'm headed based upon me being able to eliminate all those other characters and characteristics and traits that I might have thought were right at the moment, or develop some sense of morality around to make it seem like that was the good thing to do at the moment, and or the nice thing to do at the moment and shit like that. You know what I mean? Noble Starseed said, yes, sir. Keep spreading your wisdom. Don't let anyone stop you, chosen. Yeah, I mean, I don't like that you use the word and terminology chosen. I chose myself. You get what I'm saying? I am God's child at the end of the day, still, regardless, all possibilities. If you don't know the concept, now you do. You know what I mean? But yeah, I chose myself. Ain't nobody picked me. I chose myself. But yeah, I ain't stopping. I ain't slowing down for shit. You get what I'm saying? And why? Why am I able to stay motivated? Why am I able to still create newness? Why, even if I'm going through shit in my own day-to-day life and whatever I'm viewing in the third dimension right now in reality, you get what I'm saying? Why am I able to still push through that? Because I'm willing to let go. I'm willing to assassinate those old and outdated characteristics and traits that don't necessarily serve me no more. So now I have the clarity to come on here and create some new character, or be in a concept where I can just let that shit go. Or I can be in a concept where, like I said, I assassinate the character, or I just realize what's going on and allow other people to assassinate my character and shit. If you want to agree with it, and you want to sit here and act like you don't know that who I truly am and shit like that, you want to sit here and believe all this hearsay, this and that type of concept shit, go right ahead. You want to know why? Because I already know who I am. I'm the one who create the character. I'm the one who create the morality. I'm the one who create the characteristics and traits. Why the fuck would I be sitting here listening to you and anything you got to say as far as what you think about my character, as far as what you think that I'm into, as far as what you may have seen or even heard from somebody else? I could give a fuck less about any of that shit. I'm the one who create this shit. I know what I'm doing. I've told y'all before, I know what I'm doing. Y'all can't sit here and convince me otherwise. I don't give a fuck who you are. For real. You could be a goddamn politician, preacher, fucking goddamn most enlightened being, sad guru type. I don't give a fuck who you are, bitch. I know what I'm doing. You can't tell me nothing. But anyways, yeah, we on that time. I have Pluto in my second house, Sun and Cap. We went through a lot in these 15 years. You are speaking pure truth. Yeah, I mean, you already know, if you into astrology even in the slightest bit, you already know what type of time Pluto is on, especially when it's dealing with Capricorn. So you dealing with Saturn energy as well through the Capricorn energy. You get what I'm saying? So it's not only that harsh type of death and transition and transformation and change, is also super serious. Why is it super serious at the same time? Because we dealing with the Saturn energy through the Capricorn energy. So not only was we dealing with goddamn all type of death and transformation shit in the past 15 years, we damn near lost everything 150,000 times and had to gain it back. You get what I'm saying? But at the same time, it was damn near even worse if you want to look at it in a concept like that, as far as good and bad. You know what I'm saying? However you want to look at it. But shit, the shit was damn near even to a worse degree, because it's like, not only are we dealing with the death and transformation, now we dealing with the Saturn concept through the Capricorn energy. So now it's like a fucking routine and pattern for just us to be losing shit and having to gain it back over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And damn near now it's like, okay, here we go. Now Capricorn gonna make it seem like, okay, now the death and transformation and you losing everything 150,000 times and having to go through these harsh transitions is now some type of image and status for you because of the Capricorn energy. So that's what we've been dealing with for the past 15 years. You know what I'm saying? So you can judge a person's circumstances, situation all day, but you don't know what type of energies a person be dealing with. Like people with Sun and Capricorn, depending upon where it plays out in your house system, you get what I'm saying? People with Sun and Capricorn, bro, y'all know what this shit was like with us. You get what I'm saying? So you can judge a person's circumstances, situation all day that you want to. You don't know the energy and influences we've been dealing with for these past 15 years. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near a miracle that even some of us can even still be alive to come online and even speak to y'all these days, to even be able to sit here and bring you some type of concept of experience and wisdom. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's damn near a miracle even for that tip. So y'all be judging shit based on prerequisites over some bullshit concept of living on Earth that you don't even know about. You don't even know what type of energies you're dealing with at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So you can say and do whatever you want to. You can say and do whatever you want to. Oh God, but the people who know what they dealing with energy wise, you know what I'm saying? Them type of people, these are the people who really know what they doing. These are the people who really know what they talking about. And y'all be out here trying to convince us that we're crazy and we don't know how to live life or some shit, or we don't know how to correlate to society in some type of way. Shit, if I wanted to correlate with society, bitch, I'd correlate with society. That ain't the mission that I'm on down here. Anyways, let's see what homeboy talking about in the chat. I agree with you. I say chosen because we are chosen by the Almighty, and we also choose ourselves. We knew who we were when we came back down, but I like the concept you said because it makes sense. Much love to you. I love this whole live. Yeah, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, man. But yeah, like I said, I ain't owned by nobody. My spirit is completely free. I'm not in any type of concept of being chosen or being picked by anything outside of myself. You get what I'm saying? I don't praise anything outside of myself. I don't look towards anything outside of myself. I don't put anything on a pedestal. There ain't nothing outside of me worth praising. You get what I'm saying? Any concept of God, any concept of Almighty, any concept of all possibilities, any concept of overall spirit, that's something that worked through me and flowed through me totally and completely. You get what I'm saying? So anything other than that, I don't even know what that concept is. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think necessarily you trying to say anything like that. I'm just clearing it up for people who might be lost in certain concepts like that and would come and view what I'm saying right now and misconstrued it in the wrong type of ways based on the word and the terminology and the fucking linguistics that we're stuck with down here as far as what we have to use as far as words. 9 times out of 10, I'd rather just sit in silence. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, for lack of better words, you know, so to say, and for, you know what I mean, expression's sake, you know, I get on here and do my thing. My sister over here playing Minecraft in the car while we record it. Sorry. You good? My bad, I didn't mean to interrupt you. You good. But yeah, my sister over here playing some Minecraft while we live streaming. That was one of my favorite games back in the day. It's so fun on the phone too. I asked Mom to buy me like an Xbox or a PlayStation so I can play it. But yeah, that's the concept we in at the moment. So like I said, 9 times out of 10, I would rather sit in complete and utter silence for the most part. But you know what I'm saying? Because this is a thing that a lot of y'all don't understand, especially when y'all get into conversationalist type of concepts and using a lot of linguistics and shit. Y'all got to understand, utilizing even the vibrations coming out the organ of the fucking throat chakra and utilizing these words in the way that they're constructed, it do nothing but bring you down in density, and it do nothing but add layers and layers of weight and density to it and make it more low vibrational and shit like that. So you can burden your own energy just by speaking too much. You get what I'm saying? And not only that, like I said, when y'all get into the conversationalist type of concept and shit like that, a lot of times it'd be a situation where y'all will be speaking on a lot of people's names and shit like that. And this is the thing too. every word that you utter, even if you speak it in your mind, you get what I'm saying? That's still an internal concept. So by you even thinking a certain word in your mind, you're going to draw and channel, however, whatever word you want to use for it, you're going to draw a certain type of energy to you. And you can test this shit out right now. Go and sit in your dark bedroom or just somewhere where it can be silent and you're not around any noise or anything like that. And just sit there and say different words in your mind and pay attention to how it start making you feel. You get what I'm saying? And maybe even pay attention to what type of thoughts you start having afterwards. You get what I'm saying? So I can sit here in my room and say anxiety, anxiety, anxiety over and over again. Now pay attention how that make you feel. Immediately, don't you start giving birth to feelings of being anxious. Don't you do the same thing with desperation or some shit. Don't you start immediately getting the feeling of being desperate or starting to have desperate thought forms. You get what I'm saying? Now you could do this in another type of way too. You can sit in your bedroom and just think abundance. And now that energy is on you. You get what I'm saying? Now that energy is in you. Immediately just abundance. That energy is channeled to you instantly. So the same thing be happening when y'all be speaking on people's frequency as far as their name and title. You get what I'm saying? That channel, whatever spirit that control that name, that virtue, that principle, that character at the moment, that spirit gonna come right to you. And whatever energy that they bring with them is gonna come with them. You get what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, y'all always have these situations where y'all be doing that concept and then you'll be sitting here and be like, oh, speak of the devil. Because why? That person even physically sometimes will walk into the fucking room with you. That's exactly what be happening. So that's why I'm even careful about certain conversations and what I allow people to talk about around me. Because the moment you start bringing up a bunch of different people's names and shit like that and start talking about what old fucking Bonnie Sue and shit like that was doing last Thursday, like that's the moment when shit start getting more complicated energy wise. And now all of a sudden you in a room with being clouded by a bunch of random energies that if you're not careful and taking in every small moment that happened, now all of a sudden you washed and getting influenced. Now all of a sudden you start expressing and doing different weird shit that you might not necessarily even normally do, just based on you talking about certain shit or letting somebody be a gossiper around you and start bringing up all type of different people's names. Now all of a sudden you even might have beef with this person. Now all of a sudden they showing up where you at and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden they're there in front of your face now. Same thing be happening with just the word itself. The whatever energy go behind that word. You get what I'm saying? Even down to the letter. Down to, I can sit here and say the letter S in my mind over and over again. It's a certain energy that come even with the letter S. You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people wouldn't understand that shit. But my real spiritual people who are really adept and really aware of this type of shit, you get what I'm saying? You're going to know this shit. And you're going to know that you don't like having certain conversations with people due to shit like this. You don't want to be clouded all the time and dealing with all X, Y, and Z fucking Bonnie, Joe, and Sue and shit like that. You know what I mean? All right, let's see what Starseed talk about in the chat now. Much love to you. I love this. Okay, we already read that. Trust me, I had to cut off so many energies off. Turning 34 soon, and I had to leave family behind too. I'm a female, by the way. What's it called? I had to cut off so many energies turning 34. Yeah, you 10 years ahead of me. I'm 24 right now. I'm gonna be 25 in January of this coming up year. Shout out to all the Capricorns, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the January babies, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's the way it goes. And a lot of times too, like, this is the fucked up part about it. People will judge your outward, the way that your circumstance and situation appear outwardly as if you doing something wrong at the moment. Don't ever let anybody make you feel like you doing something wrong at the moment just because you might be dealing with a certain situation, or even if it came to a concept where you had to lose everything or some shit like that just to gain it back. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit that we're in right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that Pluto's gone, we're in the rebuild type concept now. You know what I'm saying? So we was in the furnace for 15 years. You get what I'm saying? Like we were in the furnace getting ourselves together, as far as burning off all those dead energies that we don't need no more. You get what I'm saying? So even if in that time frame you got to a concept where you became rich in that time frame, or you had a lot of material possessions in that time frame, or something like that, you get what I'm saying? Even if you had to, Are you getting hot? Yeah, I'm fucking burning up now. But even if you were in a concept where you had a lot of possessions, became monetarily rich during this time frame and shit like that. If you lost anything, or if you lost everything, and people trying to judge that, make it seem like you doing something wrong now or some shit, or you know what I'm saying, you don't know how to live your life now or something, like, no. It's not necessarily about that. A lot of people will not understand. You have to lose certain shit. Even if you have to lose everything, you have to lose everything because your foundation wasn't right. So now you got to rebuild from the ground up and do it the right way this time, so that whenever you get back to that position where you can have everything again, now you can actually get to keep it this time. You get what I'm saying? Now you're not going to be in a concept where you got to go through those real deathly type of harsh type of transformations and shit like that. Now you can go into a situation where now, even if it is a transformation you got to go through, you can just tweak and shift shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And now you get to keep whatever you've accumulated forever, because now you was doing it right. You learn how to burn off those energies. You learn how to detach from certain things, even if it's like in your concept. You get what I'm saying? Where you said you had to cut off certain family members and shit like that. Even if it's in that type of concept, like the people will even be holding you back from your potential and shit like that. So a person on the ground basis of life is gonna want the best for you, but only the best as far as they know how. And as far as the best as what they've seen work for other individuals or work for them. So they want the best for you, but what they be thinking is the best for you is go and work at this factory for the rest of your life. What they be thinking is the best for you is come and get this job and get this career occupation type of concept, and come and get this career for the rest of your life type of energy. Come and be a manager at this position and shit like that. That's the problem. People will, even if they see your potential, and it's not that they don't necessarily believe in you, they can never believe in themselves to the point where they could even see that as something feasible and possible. Whatever path that you're on, that you know you don't want to work a 9-to-5 for the rest of your life, you know you don't want to be in those career type of oppositions and shit like that, fucking opportunities, shit, it more look like an opposition. You get what I'm saying? If you don't want to be in that concept, you're building something bigger, way bigger than that. A person would never understand that. They only want what's best for you based on what they know is working, what they've seen other people be able to achieve, what they were able to achieve in their lifetime. So if a person that they feel like they're at their peak, they done went through medical school, they done got this certain type of occupation, they done own a house or two or some shit like that. Now they think their life is set. They'll be completely content and happy with living in that type of rigmarole for the rest of their life. You get what I'm saying? But that ain't necessarily, that might not be what you on. That might not be the cap for your potential. That might not be where your faith, belief, and imagination lie at. You get what I'm saying? Your faith, belief, and imagination is correlated to something way broader and something way more expanded, something that is more desirable to you. You get what I'm saying? But this person would be very happy to be somebody's husband and just work this 9-to-5 for the rest of their life. Or this person would be very happy to just have this family and own a little piece of land somewhere. And you get what I'm saying? Like shit like that. But you deserve more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, sometimes you just gotta burn off shit. Sometimes you gotta let that shit die. It is what it is. And these people are gonna judge this shit and they're not gonna understand it because due to shit like that. Because that's their potential cap. Their potential cap reach its peak when it gets to the concept of having 2 cars and 1 house. And it reaches peak when it get to owning a boat, or it get to a peak after owning a damn dirt bike or a 4-wheeler, or you know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. And I know that might sound retarded to some of y'all, but that's really what people be on. Like That's the reality of the situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be content with crumbs. You know what I'm saying? If I want something, I want a whole fleet of vehicles, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing movies destroying brand new cars and shit like that. Shit. If they deserve to be able to go and break a ride that a mother with children could have had that vehicle, with a mother with children could have had that vehicle and been able to take her children to school and go shopping and shit like that. But meanwhile, she got to take the bus. But the Hollywood Film Academy is over here destroying this ride. They buy a brand new one every time every time the take didn't necessarily go right. So they destroy a whole new whip all over again. And yeah, it's families out here who don't have no car and shit like that. Now that make me feel like I deserve a whole fleet of vehicles. And if I want a fucking army tank, I'm gonna have a army tank. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just made for more. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can call that entitled. Y'all can call that me being greedy. Y'all can call that whatever the fuck you want to call it. I know what I'm doing. Like, I'm not worried about that shit. All right, let's see what the chat talking about. They don't like that. I see through their mask. So I'd rather be on my own, on my sturdy foundation. I needed to hear all of this. Nothing pops up for no reason. Facts, yeah, you ain't just stumble across my channel for no reason tonight, especially in the concept you in. You just told me that you was a Capricorn sun and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, the perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? And it give me the shit you talking about, give me the breath to be able to get into a space where I'm viewing the transition from Pluto and Capricorn to Pluto and Aquarius and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? Be paying more attention to it, because obviously that's something I need to be paying attention to right now. Otherwise, you wouldn't be coming in my chat and you wouldn't be talking about the certain shit you talking about. You know what I'm saying? So it's give and exchange. When you on real type of timing, it's always give and exchange. It's always reciprocation of energy. It's not something where you gonna express something and somebody start to develop certain expectations out of you, and now all of a sudden you left high and dry and you ain't ever getting what you needing, and feeling like you getting all your energy drained and sucked out of you and shit like that. Like, yeah, when you on real timing, it's always a give and exchange. It ain't no concept where you feel like you be having your energy drained just for the simple fact of trying to fucking help somebody or get help from somebody, or you know what I'm saying, or whatever it may be. Obviously, we individuals like us, we're not seeking help at all. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, certain situations appear in certain type of ways, you know, so I kind of, for lack of better words, had to frame that up with that type of linguistics. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the chat talk about though. Damn, that's deep. I see motherfuckers be trying to push you in a direction that shadow gov as fuck and limited thinking they're gonna help you. Right. So you sitting back thinking that you helping me the whole time, meanwhile you literally just limiting and diminishing my potential. And this is the thing too. At a certain point, I start to take this shit as disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I told you, it's not that these people don't believe in you. They just don't believe in yourself or in themselves. You get what I'm saying? So the problem though is when I'm hearing this shit all day, I might start to subconsciously pick up on it and if I'm weak enough, start to even view myself in that certain type of manner and think my only potential is me going to get a fucking job at somebody's occupation. And I don't want to be in that type of concept. So I'm not going to be in a situation where I'm wanting to hear that shit all day. You know what I'm saying? So, cause now it's like, damn, like now I feel like you damn near trying to downplay my value or some shit like that. And you trying to diminish my value in some type of way. And now I ain't having that shit. You know what I'm saying? So now you going to have to find something else to talk about. You going to have to change the topic of conversation. It's going to have to be something different. Either we uplifting each other. Why are we worrying about everything so much? Why are we worrying about everything that could go wrong so much? You know what I'm saying? Why is that even a concept? So thank you for sharing your truth and wisdom. It's appreciated. We are made for more. Right. Pluto ass been back and forth with Cap. This water cycle must love Cap energy. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Even when we start to get into the conscious community concept, as far as their branch of spirituality and how they view it. When we start to get into the conscious community concept of even the Saturnian matrix, you get what I'm saying? Everything down here is correlated to Saturn energy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of the time the people that are revered the most down here and even feared the most in the business sense, in the entertainment sense, the hardest motherfuckers down here is always Capricorns. And Aries too. Like, I can't hold the Aries on that. You know what I'm saying? Because Aries be using that Mars energy in the right type of way. You know what I'm saying? But let's not discredit the Aries. Give credit where the credit's due on the Aries energy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Capricorns is always the hardest motherfuckers down here. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they get into, even if Pluto's in Capricorn, whatever a Capricorn get into, business, entertainment, politics, it don't matter. Whatever a fucking Capricorn is into, they always win. Even if a Capricorn is a heroin addict and they live on the streets in New York as a homeless person, they the fucking hardest homeless person on the block, I promise you. They the hardest heroin addict you ever seen. You get what I'm saying? So even if they flunked out, they the hardest shit you've ever seen in your life. Even the way a Capricorn step on this earth. Even the way a Capricorn shut a fucking cabinet door. Even the way a Capricorn would open the door down here. It's the hardest shit you've ever seen in your life. Oh God. Shout out to every Capricorn out there. Even if y'all flunked out. Even if a Capricorn is in jail. That's the hardest person in jail you ever seen in your life. You not lying. Every UFC fighter with a belt is a Capricorn or got cap placements. Right. I mean, I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? I've lived too many lifetimes and I've experienced too much shit to even sit here and let a lie utter from outside my mouth. Unless I need to lie, unless it's necessary to lie at the moment. Like I'm lying to the government or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. You know what I mean? I can't get on here and lie. I'm incapable of that. Like I said, I've lived too much lifetimes. I've had too much experiences at this point for me to even point at anything and somebody can sit here and say that I'm lying. Even if you say that I'm lying, I can't even sit here and say I'm gonna believe you at all to the even slightest degree. Cause bitch, I got catalogs, I got fucking eons and billions of years of fucking experience and existence to sit here and tell you that you don't know what the fuck you talking about, bitch. Anyways, let's get to it. Starseed says, yes, baby, 262 days sober today. After 19 years of suffering, us Capricorns won't ever let our wings be cut off. Facts. Shout out to you. Shout out to 262 days sober. And shout out to you for being able to even fucking count that long as far as your day to day and how many days you've been sober. Shit, I would forget what day of the week it was after fucking Tuesday if that was me. Let's keep it 100%. You know what I mean? I would have done forgot after the fucking second day of being sober. I would have been like, damn, did I get high yesterday or some shit? You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, damn. Is today fucking Friday? Oh no, it's Monday, bitch. What? Oh, I don't even know where we at now. You know what I mean? That's the type of shit that I be on though. You know, I damn near forget every day of the week. I forget what month it is. I forget what year it is sometimes, and I be having to look back like, shit, it's not 2022 no more. Oh shit. Oh, I done forgot. Like, oh shit. And then somebody will tell me some other shit, and I'll be like, oh damn, it's not like 2026 no more. Like, oh shit. We in 2024 now. I done forgot everything, bro. I done forgot everything. There's a big truck speeding down the fucking side road right now. Mooney Mercury baby says, shout out to the Caps. Yeah, shout out to the Mooney Mercury baby though. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the Capricorns for a second. We done given us all our flowers. We done given us all our praise for today. Shout out to the Mooney Mercury baby. If y'all know about Mooney Mercury baby and Noble Starseed, I know you new to this channel. You looking for similar content just like mine, or fucking something similar. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom and knowledge. Go check out Mooney Mercury baby channel. You see his shit right here in the chat. Go sub to him right now. Shout out Mooney Mercury baby. Another real spirit out here kicking real wisdom and knowledge, real game, no bullshit, no games, very serious, no playing around, very in there. You know what I'm saying? And shout out Famous Malo too. Y'all go tap in with Famous Malo too. Everybody in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, don't be holding on to your character. That shit. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a certain name and title, like, that's why you will see somebody change their name up all the time. You get what I'm saying? Like, certain individuals will be in the internet space and shit like that. They'll be referred to as a certain name when they first started coming around, and now they being referred to by a different name. That's because that character is dead now. That character, it was no longer serving that person. They needed to develop a new character and new characteristics and traits, a new sense of morality, a new expression, a new name for themselves. That's how this shit play out. You know what I'm saying? So even when you see those individuals, like, don't be hating on a person like, damn, you don't even know who you are. You keep changing your name and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why you doing all that? Like, no, it ain't even necessarily about that. Fuck the name and title that they choose to use. What the energy, you know what I'm saying? Pay attention to the energy that they on. And if the energy is consistent, that's how you know they consistent as a person, regardless of the name. So for me, for example, I've been going by Schwetzel the whole time I've been on the internet. As soon as I made my presence known, the name Schwetzel ain't ever changed. You know what I'm saying? But the energy, though, you get what I'm saying? The energy been consistent the whole time too. You know what I'm saying? So I've developed new characters and shit like that since the beginning when I was on this shit. But the name and title, though, the name and title is hard. I like the name and title, so I keep the name and title Schwetzel. I also keep the name and title Archangel Michael. That's another piece of the puzzle, just to give y'all some context clues. Then we got other shit. We got Squanto. We got fucking Sacagawea. You know what I'm saying? And these are man, y'all don't even know what type of time I be on. I ain't even about to explain all that shit to y'all, because I was about to give y'all the whole rigmarole breakdown, why I use these names and titles, the meaning and reasoning behind it, the fucking, you know what I'm saying? But shit, if certain individuals gonna know, certain individuals ain't. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You'll know my energy when you see it. You will know my energy when you see it. You get what I'm saying? And the energy that I create. So we coming straight from the north. You know what I'm saying? We coming straight from the north, but we reside in the west. And every time we reside in the west, we got to give Uriel his shout out. We got to give Uriel his flowers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So we coming straight from the north, from the top, from the upper region, but we reside in the west, though. You know what I'm saying? We reside in the west. The spaceship is in the west, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people won't understand that. The spaceship in the west, though, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's where we develop. You know what I'm saying? That's where we develop at. That's where we grow at. We reside in the west, bitch. The Garden of Eden is in the west, bitch. I don't know who told y'all that shit was somewhere else, somewhere more. I don't even know where they told y'all that shit at. So some concept, they might even told y'all that shit was in the north. You know what I'm saying? You hearing it from the horse's mouth right now. The Garden of Eden ain't in no fucking north, bitch. And like I said, I come from the north, so I would very much know what I'm talking about. Garden of Eden ain't in no north concept. The Garden of Eden is in the west, bitch. And if you ain't fucking with the west, you ain't never gonna know nothing about growing no good fruits. You ain't never gonna be in no concept of having no type of bright idea or any type of enlightenment within yourself or anything like that. You reaching out to the north, you even reaching out to the Archangel Michael archetype and energy. You know what I'm saying? You fuck. I ain't fucking with you. I ain't fucking with you. You better go talk to Uriel, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You better go to the west, bitch, and figure your goddamn self out real quick. Come over here, up here to the fucking north. You ain't gonna get shit from me. That's all I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna probably slap you in your face and just be like, go talk to Uriel. He gonna help you get it figured out. Other than that, I don't know what y'all be on. And shout out to the peace dealer too. I don't know if you in here or not tonight. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to the peace dealer too. The peace dealer, my other Archangel Michael brother. You know what I'm saying? And there's a deep backstory for that. That ain't for the internet. That ain't necessarily for y'all. That's kind of something personal between me and him. You get what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? Shout outs to him and shit like that. But yeah, fucking we in this bitch. Assassinate your character before somebody else has to. Let go of that character before somebody else has to let go of it for you. Force you to let go of it. Or you just gonna be in a concept forever where you're still holding on to the same virtues and principles and still holding on to the same character and developing the same but similar type of characteristics and traits and morality systems off of it, and wondering why the shit ain't ever working out for you, and wondering why your name is bad and your face card can't never get you in nowhere now. You know what I'm saying? You on some old and outdated shit. That's why a person can even do that. That's why a person can even do that. That's why a person can even do that to you. Set you down somewhere and make you even be taking certain considerations that you wouldn't necessarily even normally take. Looking at things deeper that you wouldn't have never even necessarily look deeper into. In Minecraft.
Yep.
My sister found a wolf in Minecraft, y'all.
Look at it. I made its collar pink.
A little pink baby.
Yes. And then I have my farm.
Growing some crops.
Yeah, I'm growing wheat because that's the only thing I can freaking find.
You're growing weed.
I mean, no, wheat.
Wheat. Oh, wheat.
You
She
can't
said wheat, y'all.
You cannot grow wheat in Minecraft. That's impossible.
I thought you were about to say immoral. If she would have said immoral, I would have lost my mind.
What does immoral mean?
It's the opposite of moral.
Come on now. What does moral mean?
Moral in the, I guess, worldly concept would basically be the concept of good.
Oh.
What's good. So what's immoral would be evil or bad, technically speaking.
Weed's not bad.
I never said weed was bad. I was just saying immoral because it kind of tie into my video and shit like that. So if you would have said immoral, it would have just been funny. But yeah, we essentially an hour into this bitch. I've given y'all the full breakdown. Yeah, we 56 minutes in right now. But I've given y'all the full breakdown. Let y'all know why your character going the way it's going. You know what I'm saying? And even if you are in a situation where people is trying to play with your character at the moment, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you might just be in a concept where your newness scared them, so they have to try to do shit like assassinate your character, or you just leaning on it too much to the point where your experiences now got to show you like, yeah, it's time to let go to those certain things, whatever it is you've been holding on to as far as internal tools. You know what I'm saying? Like your experience is going to show you like, yeah, it's time, even if they have to play out through other people, like it's going to show you like, yeah, it's kind of time to let go of that shit. That's why that shit be happening to you in this certain type of manner. That's why people can toy with this shit a little bit and you ain't really necessarily got that much control over your character now. You know what I'm saying? Or your image now, or you know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, you might just need to let go of that shit. But like I said, I gave y'all the breakdown. I gave y'all pretty much everything y'all needed. For these last 3 minutes, it's 57 minutes right now. We will wait for anybody want to say anything in the chat, any questions, concerns, comments, fucking anybody want to order a consultation, you know what I'm saying? We also got the link for that in the bio. Link in the bio for collabs as well. I'm still open to collabs. We got my email posted. Y'all want to send me some beats? Y'all want to send me a fucking feature, whatever it may be? We can talk on that on the business tip. You know what I'm saying? Same with the consultations and tarot card readings. We got the link in the description for that shit. For the DM me on IG or email me. We'll get up with that shit. Dono link in the bio as well. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we'll just chill here, let y'all work up any questions and comments y'all may have, and if there ain't nothing that pop up by the time we reach like an hour and 1 minute, then we just gonna roll out this bitch and carry on with our night. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for everybody for showing up though, as always, you know. Thanks for everybody for showing up. And thanks for the new faces and shit like that. At the moment, we've got 7 people in here and 9 likes.
That's good.
Yeah, these people have been in here pretty much the whole time. Somebody new just joined too. We got 8 now. What's up?
Don't have it. If you have 8 people and 9 likes.
Oh, because like
Can people like
people
multiple likes?
people will come in, like the video, and then leave. Like sometimes people just got shit to do, so they can't watch the whole live. So they'll just come in, like the video real quick, and then carry on with their business, whatever they doing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Metatron and Michael are my loves. I'm Islamic, and in the Quran, Metatron and Osiris is called Uzair. I stay close to the angels and the higher souls. Keep doing your thing and shining. Yeah, shout out to you as well. That make a lot of sense, you know what I'm saying? As far as the names that you gave for them, as far as how the Quran refer to them, as far as Uzair. You get what I'm saying? That name kind of resonate with me because there's like a demon, there's a demon side to every angel. That's another thing y'all need to know if y'all don't know it already. There and you also said much love to you and your sister. I greatly appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Sending positive energy right back your way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you. But like I was saying, there's an angel and demon side to every angel. You know, there's a good and bad within everything. There's a percentage level of it in everything. So there's a demon concept within the angel as well. So with the demon concept, with the Archangel Michael energy, and I didn't read this out of no book. This wasn't given to me by anyone. Nobody ever told me this or anything like that. But there's two names that correlate to the demonic energy of the Archangel Michael archetype or energy or spirit, whatever you want to say about it, right? There's a name called Azrael and there's a name called Azure, Azure. And both of those correlate to the more demonic energy of the Archangel Michael archetype. You get what I'm saying? So that do make a lot of sense that even within the religious text and shit like that, they would construct it in a similar manner. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's kind of switched around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? It still have that same type of energy behind it. You know what I'm saying? If you're able to perceive energies, then you know what I'm talking about. It have that same type of energy behind it. Even with the point of it having similar letter construction. You get what I'm saying, as far as using the A, Z, and U energy, and the R as well, the letters that make up the name itself. You get what I'm saying? So, and now let's get into the question that Trey asked. What's the meaning of Archangel Michael or the virtue? You get what I'm saying? So whenever we get into this concept, it gets pretty deep. You get what I'm saying? It gets pretty deep. This breakdown really, I low key damn near need to make a whole separate video about this energy, because like my mind take me to so many places when you ask me that question. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my mind really take me to so many different places when you ask me that question. So when we start to get into that concept, like I said, the concept of Archangel Michael is directionally north, as far as how they look at it on a compass rose and shit like that. But when you get into the spiritual concept of what north is, or up, or looking up and shit like that, you get what I'm saying? It's a different type of concept. So the north concept, the looking up concept, the going up concept is uplifting type of energy. You get what I'm saying? But when you view it, cat, shut up. But
hold on, I'll get her.
She's good. She's just gonna be weird.
Can I bring her in here to pet her?
Yeah, you can if she'll come over there to you.
Because I literally pet her all the time.
But anyways, yeah. So when we get into this concept of north and shit like that, like I said, it give the uplifting energy, but at the same time taking into consideration what your religious text will tell you about Archangel Michael energy. So the Archangel Michael energy based on the religious text is the one that lead the war against the devil, right? Or against Satan, or against hell, or some type of concept like that. You get what I'm saying? So you utilize the concept of fighting the war
What
against
day?
Satan.
Sorry, I just started.
You utilize the concept of the war against Satan, right? So
You're being a bean.
so when you use that concept, it's in a situation where
Oh my God.
you are fighting against the animalistic natures. That is essentially the concept when we look at it from a true esoteric or a spiritual perspective. It is the concept of fighting against the demonic urges, the animalistic natures, the demiurge, however you want to take it. You get what I'm saying? Now, on the demonic side, like I said, there's a demonic side to this energy as well.
There's a cat in your truck.
So when you're on the angelic concept, that's why it correlates to the up energy. It correlates to the north energy. It correlates to the uplifting energy. It's lifting you, rising you up out of whatever animalistic nature that you are caught up in, whatever desire that you're caught up in, whatever devil or Satan that you're dealing with as far as an animalistic concept. So that's why it correlates to the up energy and going up and dealing with north, uplifting. That's what the concept is really about. So when you deal with that, there's many ways that you can take that shit. You can play it out physically, you can play it out in an esoteric concept, you can play it out internally. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on where you at and what battle you actually facing at the moment. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the concept is truly trying to tell you as far as that. Now on the other side of it, on the demonic side of it, it's essentially exactly in reverse, bringing you out of whatever higher, enlightened, uplifting type of raising your kundalini type of whatever concept that you want to be in as far as that. It's a complete polar opposite of that. It's staying in those demonic desires and those urges and dealing with the demiurge and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Misty Rose said, I thought Michael was east or below the horizon, like Uriel said, but I see. I could see why he would say it like that, but my experiences have shown me otherwise. You get what I'm saying? Now I can't discredit what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? And I can't tell you that he's necessarily wrong, but I could see why he would say that. You get what I'm saying? I could see why he would say that, because when you think about the Eastern concept and shit like that, that's when we start to get into going to the right. That's when we start to get into righteous type of energies. And people who are playing out this northern concept and the up concept, which I just broke down, which is directly correlated to the Archangel Michael energy, they'll get into this concept of being extremely righteous, especially in the religious type of concept. So I could see why he would say it like that, but my experiences have directly shown me otherwise. But like I said, I see why he would say that, because like I said, when we get into that concept, that's what it bring people to. They go through the north to be on some type of Eastern concept or some type of European Union type of concept and super righteous and a bunch of gold and pearls and purple garments and shit like that. And so I understand like the royalty type of, I understand where he coming from with that, but my experiences and my shit, my internal experiences and travels and just recognizing the spaces that I'm within directionally and shit like that, when we start to break down an internal direction system and shit like that, just the energy of those directions, like I said, it's more correlated to what I just said. So I can't disregard what he's saying and I can't tell you it's wrong, but at the same time, my experiences have shaped it up, not to say that he's wrong, but has shown me that exactly what he's saying is correct, but people will be coming through that concept to play out some Eastern type of energies. You get what I'm saying? Some to the right, righteous type of energies. You get what I'm saying? That's why even my logo is shaped up the way that it is. My logo, my seal, my sigil that I created for myself. People who have been around my channel for a minute, y'all already know about this. Go watch my most recent video. You'll see the Archangel Michael seal. You'll see the Archangel Michael sigil. It's correlated to the Schwetzel energy as well, but you get what I'm saying? It's the Archangel Michael seal first and foremost. It's the Archangel Michael sigil first and foremost. So if you would take a look at how I even constructed the logo in itself, the concept of this is equilibrium, but it still is pointing towards me coming from the north. You get what I'm saying? So when you actually look at the sigil itself, the first point, as far as how I draw it, the first point starts in like the northeast region, because that's where the balance point of the Archangel Michael energy plays out down on earth. You get what I'm saying? So it's like between the north and the east. So it's coming from the north, but it still have to deal with that Eastern concept. You get what I'm saying? So it's not exactly right up in the middle at a very middle top point. It's slightly kiltered off to the right, slightly. So it's coming from the north, going down and across to the left to deal with the death and shit like that, because Uriel deal with the fall as well, so it deal with that death and transformation. So when it come from the upper right, it has to go down and reach a below the horizon type of concept to come to the bottom left, and then it goes up from there and even more to the west. You get what I'm saying? So it goes down, it goes below the horizon, it deal with all that death, it deal with that fall and shit like that, and then it go back up and it go more to the west. And when you go more to the west, that's what teaches you the equilibrium after you've already dealt with the death and all that other extra shit and the transformation. So you go up even further to the left, to the west, and then that's when you learn your equilibrium. And that's why the line in the middle of the sigil come right directly across the middle in an equilibrium state. You get what I'm saying? That way you learned your equilibrium, and now you're good. You know what I'm saying? Now you're stable. Now you got your stability and shit like that. Now when it go, and now you've learned your equilibrium and shit like that, and learn how to stable it out. Now it go all the way back over to the right. Now you deserve to learn how to be righteous. Now you know how to be righteous due to what you learn from coming from the north and going down below the horizon, learning your death and transformation, dealing with the Uriel energy, all that shit, learning your equilibrium. Now you deserve to be righteous. So you go all the way to the right. And then when it go all the way to the right and you learn your righteousness and shit, if you go too far within that, the sigil teach you how you can fall too. Because when it reached the far right point, it go back down again. And peep game, it don't just go down, it go back to the fucking left slightly again. You know what I'm saying? So you can fall right there. You can be trapped by that going too far into your righteousness and shit like that. So I taught y'all how it fall again, but you got to go back to the west a little bit to learn your equilibrium again. And then now you can rise from those ashes and go back up. Now you in the northwest. And that's where the sigil end at. Whenever you learn that concept, and now you can be in the northwest, and you can really be uplifted in the right type of way, utilizing your Archangel Michael concept and that archetype, that energy, and utilizing the Uriel concept and that energy. That way you're at equilibrium with that shit. That way you can be uplifted but not too uplifted. That way you can be righteous but not too righteous. That way you can be equilibrium but not too equilibrium. That way you ain't dealing with those pitfalls of the bottom two forks of my sigil and dealing with all that below the horizon, dealing with all that death energy and having to learn and square shit out and all that type of concept. Now you can just be at rest. Now you can just be there. Now you can just be in that space. You get what I'm saying? Shout it out. Misty said, okay, that makes sense because birth is opposing to death. Gabriel. Right, exactly. Exactly. So even I'm so deep with this shit. If y'all would pay attention, even my logos and my sigils be teaching y'all shit. You get what I'm saying? LMAO, Uriel been dissing Michael though, saying too much motherfuckers be using that virtue, and Gabriel worshiping death structure. But I just wanted to know those concepts you spitting though. Yeah, that's facts. Like I've seen plenty of people on the internet who will claim the same type of concept and be here on Earth saying that they're Archangel Michael or some type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? There's only two people that I know of that's telling the truth when they say that. Everyone else being a concept where they gravitating towards certain shit, or the Archangel Michael energy just be so prevalent down here on Earth, as far as how the religious people was sucking dick and shit like that, and leaving certain people out of the Bible and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So now we're in a concept where that rhetoric, that type of virtue, that energy is popular down here. So it have no choice but certain people to gravitate to it. But it's only two people that I know of that's on the internet who is actually telling the truth when they say some shit like that, aka me and Peace Dealer. I don't know anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why is because I wouldn't be able to get on here and tell you all the shit that I just got on here and told you unless I actually knew what I was talking about, unless I've actually directly dealt with these energies. You get what I'm saying? And unless I know what I'm talking about. That's the only way. That's the only way. Misty said a spirit can take multiple bodies. Yeah. Me and Peace Dealer is both playing out that same type of energy down here. Me and Peace Dealer both. He actually just sent me something about that in my DMs not too long ago, like a week and a half ago or some shit. Some more context clues as far as certain holidays that they even created around the Archangel Michael energy and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Like I can't sit on here and make shit up to y'all. Like I physically can't. You asked me one question about it. I just gave you a whole 20-minute breakdown damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't sit up here and act like I'm just making shit up. Like this is my real experiences. I've directly dealt with this energy. I've been dealing with this shit my whole life. Like I very much know what I'm talking about. I very much, like, I'm not in a concept of fucking using this shit for something or doing it to get clicks or you know what I'm saying? Or like I don't give a fuck. That's why I even stopped making that name and title be my main thing. You know what I'm saying? That's why most people will know me as Schwetzel. That's why I don't even put the full name Archangel Michael on the logo. I put abbreviation AAM, and I put an arch over the A, and I make an angular system over the other A, and then I put the peace and love concept beside the Michael energy, because it deal with that shit a lot too, like love and light type of energy. You know what I'm saying? Which is a weak concept anyways. But it deal with that in a certain type of aspect. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't even, because I already know how people is going to react to it, and I already know what certain people are going to say about that shit. So I don't sit here and I don't sit here and make that my main thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm very comfortable with utilizing the name and title Schwetzel down here. Like I don't have no qualms about that. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with the Schwetzel name and title. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with that. I like being called Michael too. Don't get me wrong. Like that give me a different type of energy, but I'm not going to sit here and expect for everybody to fucking call me that and shit like that. I'm not going to expect everyone to agree with it. You know what I'm saying? But when I get on here and I do certain shit like this, then you hear the breakdown and you hear where I'm at with it. And if you a real spirit down here and you can feel what I'm talking about, you would know that I've directly dealt with this shit. You would know that there's not a shadow of doubt in my mind. You would know that I'm really into this shit and I know what I'm saying. How the fuck could I create my sigil like that and give y'all a whole breakdown of even what the sigil mean, the way that the fucking thing is even shaped, and the concept? Like, bruh, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had people try to play with me about this shit as if I don't know what I'm talking about or some shit. Like truly, I've had people try to play with me on that shit. Like y'all motherfuckers is just weak. I know what I'm talking about down here. Shit sound like a Spider-Man multiverse. Yeah, for real. Like multi-dimensional shit.
Sorry.
Hey, if you're a spirit, you know the best. Right. It's kind of like Dolo and Uriel. Yeah, exactly. Schwetzel and Michael. No wonder you into war UFC shit. I got a Michael sword in my house. Yeah, for sure. That's exactly why. That's exactly why. And damn near suffering be appealing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Damn near if I gotta go through some type of battle or hardship to get something like that be damn near appealing to me sometimes. Like if it appear too easy and it appear like it's just gonna be la-di-da type of shit, like I don't even know if I necessarily want it. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't even gotta like earn it in some type of way, and you know what I mean, like I ain't really seen how that could slow up progress in no type of way. You know, like the patience is what'll really do it for me. You know what I'm saying? The patience is the only thing that ever really do it for me. The fast shit, the shit that I don't have to earn, the shit that ain't a little bit hard, the shit that I ain't got to sweat for a little bit, like it just come and go, and I don't ever get to keep it. You know what I'm saying? The only shit that I sweat for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? However that may come, even if it don't appear like I'm sweating to y'all or somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that I have to sweat for is the only thing I get to keep, and it's the only thing worth something. It's the only thing that, you know what I'm saying, make me get out of bed in the morning damn near. Like suffering be appealing in some type of way. Like bleeding, you know what I'm saying, putting blood, sweat, and tears in, like getting injured and some type, like, you know what I'm saying, and don't take that literally, but you know what I mean, in that type of way, like that's the only thing that really make any sense down here for me.
It's like handles.
Yeah, I love that shit.
Is this supposed to be, are these supposed to be like horns?
I don't know what the concept is supposed to be.
Because like if I look at it like this makes me think of like horns.
It sure do.
But it also makes me think of like handles, like a teacup, like I should be doing like this.
Archangel Michael better help me with UFC fights. Shit, we everywhere, dog. We everywhere down here.
And these cats.
We everywhere down here. Motherfuckers be channeling. Y'all like, y'all don't even know the type of shit that a real angel down here on earth be dealing with. Regardless of if it have a name and title like Archangel Uriel. Regardless, well, you ain't no.
You gave it to me.
No, the fuck, no, turn it off. You're wasting my gas.
Man, how do I do it?
You're not. I'm not. I don't smoke weed with children. Anyways.
Don't tell your YouTube that. Are you on YouTube or Instagram?
I'm on YouTube. But anyways, regardless of if it have a name and title down here already, regardless if it's an Archangel Gabriel, regardless if it's an Archangel Michael concept, regardless if it's a Uriel concept down here, there's other angels down here that aren't recognized in religious texts. There's other angels down here that aren't necessarily recognized in directional patterns and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That shit be playing out here too. So my real spirits, the real angels that's down here on earth, y'all will know what I'm talking about when I tell you that a regular common person would never understand the shit that you deal with on a day-to-day, as far as your energy getting summoned to certain places and people praying to you and shit like that, and summoning you to certain spaces to try to help them out with whatever it is that they going through at the moment, and praising you and shit like that. And sometimes that shit can be damn near unbearable. Sometimes that shit can be very fucking hard to deal with on a day-to-day. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't nothing happen by accident. Everything is very real down here. Everything I'm telling y'all is very, very fucking real. So it's a lot of angels down here on earth who just look like regular humans, and y'all damn near 9 times out of 10 be thinking these people are demons because they might get a little snappy with you or some shit from time to time because you keep blowing their ear up talking about all type of extracurricular bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When this person been dealing with getting summoned to places, like this person been dealing with, you know what I'm saying, like this person been dealing with all type of spirits. This person been dealing with all type of different energies on a day-to-day. Y'all would never understand that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all would never understand what it's like to be needed in that type of way on a macro concept internally. You know what I'm saying? On a spiritual macro concept. Y'all would never know what that's like to be needed like that. Y'all would never know what it's like to be praised like that in a bad type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't even be praising in the right type of way. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all would never understand that shit. Like this shit ain't made for everybody. Like y'all, it's so hard to explain to a regular motherfucker because y'all don't even know where the battle is actually at. Like that's the hardest thing about this situation when you try to convey it to a regular person. At this point, I don't even give a fuck about that. But you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all might be still in a situation where you trying to explain to the people around you and shit like that what you go through and your perspective and shit like that. Like it's hard. It's hard. Y'all can never identify where the battle even at. So the moment I start talking on certain shit is the moment that now you think I need to be in an insane asylum somewhere, or I'm in a concept where I got schizophrenia or some type of shit like that, or you know what I'm saying? Like y'all would never understand. Y'all don't know where the battle's at. Y'all like truly. Yes, they don't understand and they won't ever know what we deal with. I agree. It can be hard, but we got this. Yeah, it's only hard when you try to explain it to somebody else. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the real spirits down here, this shit is just everyday life to us. This is a type of shit that we've been dealing with for lifetimes upon lifetimes. You know what I'm saying? Like this the shit that our existence is built upon. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing the war for all possibilities. We God's children down here. We the ones been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it only get hard when you try to explain it to a normal motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like our existence ain't tough in that type of way. It's only hard when we try to make it make sense to y'all motherfuckers down here. That's the only time it get difficult. Right, it's a war for space. Yeah, exactly. It's a war for space internally. This reality low as fuck. Look at what motherfuckers pay attention to. Shit on their mind. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Using their mind for shit it ain't made for. That's like Uriel be saying that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? And that shit has been very prevalent here lately. Like you see more and more of that shit of people using their mind for shit that it wasn't made for, and they just trying to entice themselves, make themselves feel good in some type of way, and just be entertaining all type of regular ass bullshit on their mind, just and finding any type of thing interesting. You get what I'm saying? Like I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday, right? And they were sitting here talking about Helen Keller and all this shit, and how she was blind and deaf and all this shit, and all this. So somebody turned to me and they was like, so how did Helen Keller get so famous? And I laughed, I chuckled a little bit, and I was like, because humans are very fickle and stupid, and they would find something like a retarded person who's blind and deaf being able to read words off of a page interesting. You get what I'm saying? Like that's how fucked up this reality is. That's how stupid and fickle humans are. So they would find a concept of somebody who is retarded in their mind, ain't blind and deaf by no accident. They manifested themselves into that situation because we are the creators of our reality down here. You get what I'm saying? They put themselves in that position. So and now they learn how to do a concept of fucking making a word come out their mouth, even meanwhile they blind and deaf. Or they know a concept of how to write a story now, or they know a concept of how to read Braille, even though they blind and deaf. Now all of a sudden it's the most interesting thing in the world. Now all of a sudden this person need to be famous. Now all of a sudden here you go with 5 Nobel Peace Prizes and shit like that. And that's the most interesting thing since fucking sliced bread. Like, yeah, that's how it be going down here. And they all laughed at me, you know what I'm saying? They all laughed at me, and they was like, man, the way you said that was just fucking funny as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's how it be. Humans down here just fickle and stupid. That's all it is. Fickle and stupid. And the moment that that person becomes famous and get their Nobel Peace Prize, as a moment everybody is not interesting no more. Now we on to the next thing. Or the moment that person died, oh shit, now we can read about them in our history books, but oh, now we on to the next thing. Oh, Beyonce can make country songs now. Oh shit, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul can fight each other. Oh shit, this is mad interesting. Let's go to this one now. Yeah, I got tired of trying to explain it to family and others. That's why it be hard. Yeah, exactly. So your best thing you can do, especially after you try twice and motherfucker still ain't getting it, best thing you can do, bam, forget about it. I'm at the point now I never explain myself to another individual, because motherfucker, you ain't never gonna understand the shit. So who the fuck am I explaining shit to you? And shit, I don't even value your opinion like that. So once again, who the fuck am I explaining shit to you? Misty said make money. Yeah, exactly. All for the generation of revenue. Because where attention flows, energy goes. What they say. You get what I'm saying? That's always the concept they want to use. So, you know what I'm saying? And physical currency is just an allegory for energy. You know what I'm saying? It's just a physical concept of energy. So where attention goes, energy flows. They can make y'all find something interesting and pay attention to it, and then put it into some type of concept. Now we can make money off this shit. Now we can generate revenue. All that energy going to this spot. Now we got a physical means, a piece of gold or a coin or a dollar bill that we can show you, to show you how much people fuck with our shit, to show you how interesting this actually is and how many people is paying attention to it. Because look at all this billions of dollars that this system that we just created generated. You know what I'm saying? Look at the results. Look at the fucking revenue we was able to generate off of this. This how the game goes, bro. I understand the game, and that's where y'all be missing it. I understand the game down here. If you can make something interesting, it could be the stupidest shit ever. I seen a video the other day of an engineer who made a little bug trap. And the bug trap essentially was like a fucking snare trap. So the bug crawled through the hole and it gets cinched up by like a little wire. And then all these little pegs on top of the machine sit here and slap down and slap the shit out of the bug and spank it on its ass. 1.7 million likes. 1.7 million likes. So you can make the most dumbass shit interesting. And then now you got 1 million likes. Now you got, you know what I'm saying? Now you got all this revenue to show for it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Famous Malo says type shit. Word up. But hey, we an hour and 34 in. I'm ready for some rest. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all y'all for popping out. This was another great live stream. You know what I'm saying? We ain't slowing down. We ain't stopping for nobody. So we'll be back in here probably tomorrow. We'll catch up with you guys and break down some more shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't ever run out of concepts. We don't ever run out of shit. I got too much experiences. I got to catalog and fucking break this shit down for y'all. You know what I'm saying? But we out of here. Y'all take it easy. We'll catch y'all tomorrow.